Well, I too am honored to be here. I am speaking, I think, on behalf of myself and Hanan Samet. Russ Taylor's in the audience, and of course my colleague Bob Sproul, who's not with us now.
He's watching the webcast.
He is good. Well, hi, Bob. I do want to thank John for tolerating the development of a programming system and environment that is decidedly not Lisp. We'll get into that. I don't recall exactly what it was that caused us to want to build such a system, except for the joy of having a good excuse to put off hacking, to hack for a while, to put off writing the thesis. And also trying to recall all of the forces that allowed us to get approval to build the SAIL language and environment. I think the primary reason was that there were some hardcore systems projects for which other attributes were required. The existing language, there was no general purpose programming language for the PDP-10 at the time, as I recall, and for building systems programs, it was mostly done in assembly language. Jerry Feldman wanted a place to insert his LEAP system that he and Rovner had developed at Lincoln Labs. And we insisted also that there be capabilities for easy processing of text strings and without the need to manage the storage of text processing.
Feldman wanted to call Stanford Artificial Intelligence Language, and I said he couldn't do that.
Correct.
Stare at it later.
Yeah, well, actually, I think we finally decided it was suitable acronym invented later.
My only comment about this in the notes, which Les elided, was that the etymology of this term was better off discussed at some other time. As I recall, the discussion ended in a draw, and we ended up did use the term SAIL. When I think about it now, I think that what we achieved with that language was sort of a sweet spot for language design. That is, we were trying to include the features of a strongly typed language, adding later records and references, something like the structures in modern programming languages. We needed to be able to operate multiple threads. We called them processes at the time, that would permit multiple activities to go on at the same time and operate in their own schedules and independently. For instance, a camera and an arm and the planning program that needed to figure all of that out.
Does the language still exist?
Oh, I don't know that there are, except in the archives.
So Lisp lives.
Absolutely. There is a mainsail system
There's something
later.
called mainsail, and
Yeah.
Intel is still using it. And I was at Intel in Israel, and they have people programming in it. And Andrew Appel, who's at Princeton, his wife programs in it. He told me when I met him. That was his introduction.
We like to think more that this was one of the influences in later language designs. Yeah, Don.
I just wanted to mention, of course, I love programming itself, but also I think John Reisen built this Bail debugger, which was really important for me.
Yeah. Good. What we were after was something that would run on this, run well on this exceedingly fast computer we had, but it was being used by many other people. The compiler would run like the wind. That was one of the goals. Dave Poole would tell me that the inner loop of the scanner couldn't have more than 5 instructions in it, and so we were focused on optimizing that, and then producing a code and running environment that would operate efficiently as well. And although it certainly didn't compete with custom programmed lower level languages. We think we accomplished most of that. And then as time went on, we were able to add additional features because even by the time we had finished the original system, it was clear that the language was sufficiently, some would call it Baroque, I think others Rococo, that the incremental addition of another feature wouldn't really affect it very much. And so that was a luxury we had that, for instance, the careful designers of Java or something like that have not had. As far as the well-known applications, Don's Tech was a follow-on from work that had been done by Larry Tessler, he'll tell you about, with Pub, and other text processing systems. And it's interesting that is a kind of the primary legacy that we see from the program. So I think I'll cut it short at that point.